this is what the palette looks like. So there's two blushes, a bronzer and a highlighter, and then this is like kind of an all-over face powder. I was dying to try Hourglass blush or Complexion products because I'd heard amazing things from every beauty influencer ever. Hourglass decided to change the formula. Yep, and I didn't know. So the beautiful, finely milled sort of sheen, the powder that gave you a kind of sheen all over your face, it was apparently very beautiful, was changed to include shimmer. So little shimmer particles, little glitter particles. And one thing you'll probably notice throughout this declutter is that I am not a big fan of glitter unless it's strategically placed. So like on the eye, give me all of the glitter. I want all of the glitter. You won't catch me going out without glitter on my eye. I mean, not in everyday life, but if I'm going out to dinner, if I'm going out clubbing or anything, I will have glitter on my eye. But I don't want little shimmer particles all over my face. That's not for me. I like my glitter to be strategic, and I like it to be like pop, wow. I don't want just like little shimmers. So that was a disappointment. And then the highlighter is too dark for me. I'm very, very fair skinned, so it is not a highlighter on me. I used it as an eyeshadow a few times, but I have enough eyeshadows, so I don't really need it. And then I'm so fair that I don't really use bronzer either. So I knew going in that I probably wouldn't use the bronzer all that much. Told myself I'd use it as an eyeshadow, of course, but the rest of the shades I really thought that I was going to use and love. But the blushes are like too warm for my skin tone, and for some reason it just makes me look sunburned. The darker one, surprisingly, isn't too bad. I don't actually mind this one, but the lighter one, yeah, makes me look kind of sunburned. I've used it many times, trying to make myself love it, but I just don't love it, and I want somebody who loves this product to own it because it's Hourglass, it's expensive. And in all honesty, I already have a blush that I love, that I adore, and I have highlighters that I adore too. So one, I didn't need this. So that was my mistake. I'm trying to be more mindful with my spending. So the reason I was on the fence about decluttering is because it does hurt my soul, because it was so expensive and I really wanted to love it. It's my only Hourglass product, but it's just not for me. Okay, let's talk about something that I genuinely hated. Hate. Like, I have pure hate in my heart for this. This one was very recent. I only got it last week. As soon as I took it out of the packaging and sprayed it, I knew that it wasn't for me. So this is the brand The Quick Flick, and this is their Hair and Body Quick Mist Perfume Mist with UV hair filters. It is meant to protect against breakage, color fading and dullness, but it's also just a hair and body mist, so it's meant to smell really good. And the scent is honey and salted caramel. Now when I looked up the notes in this, it was very, very similar to the Sol de Janeiro, what is the one that's pistachio, what's it called? I can't remember what the scent is called, but you know, the one, the yellow one. It actually, like, it looks a lot like this in colour. The yellow one that's like pistachio and salted caramel, and I currently have a mini size of that body mist, and I really, really like it. But I can't justify spending that amount on a body mist, so I got this thinking it might be a bit of a dupe, and I was very intrigued about that it's for your hair as well, that's meant to be protective to your hair, but this smells so bad that I can't even use it. Like, it smells awful to me. Ugh, like, it smells like licorice, and I like licorice, but I don't want to smell like licorice. It literally smells like licorice and medicine. Like, it has a very, very medicinal smell to it. And it does not smell like salted caramel and honey at all. It's medicinal, it's licorice, and I already have tried to give this to two of my sisters, and they agreed. I was hoping it was just my nose that smelled the terrible smells, but unfortunately not. It's not just me, so I don't even know if I can get rid of this. That's how bad it is. Like, I don't even know if I can declutter it to someone else. I don't even want anyone else to smell like this, so stay far away. It's awful. I As you can probably tell, that one's still hurting me because I bought it last week, and I'm in my mindful spending era, so when I do spend on something, I want it to be good. God damn it. Okay, moving on. Some of these products look a little dirty on the outside because you know how it is when you have all your makeup in a makeup bag or something, and it just like gets dirty and smudgy. Anyway, that's my little disclaimer. But the next thing is this Smashbox Photo Finish Smooth and Blur Primer. Now, I made a mistake in getting this. I actually got it a while ago when it was on sale, and I got all excited because it was a really good price. But this kind of primer just isn't for me. For a long time, I thought that these kinds of primers would work on me because they're all about blurring and smoothing and kind of meant to fill in your pores, and I have rather large pores in my T-zone, so I always thought these kinds of primers would be perfect for me. I thought the same thing about the Benefit Professional. I bought that years and years ago before I was shopping only cruelty-free makeup and beauty products. And I wanted to love it. I tried to force myself to love it, much like the Hourglass, because that was an expensive product for me. But it just didn't work for me, and I should have known. I should have known better that this wouldn't work for me because it's got that same kind of silicone-y feeling, very slippery. But yeah, it's like a clear liquid that you put on, and it kind of gives you that filmy feeling on your skin. And that kind of thing just isn't for me. It gives nothing for your makeup to grip to, and it doesn't do a good job of blurring my pores anyway. So it might work for someone, these might work for someone, but they just don't work for me. Now, believe it or not, I actually have another primer that I'm getting rid of for that exact same reason. Laura Mercier. I thought that Laura Mercier was cruelty-free. So that's my bad. I don't know why. I just really was certain that they were cruelty-free, and then I bought this, and afterwards I found out that they weren't. So disappointed in myself for that in itself. But this is the Pure Canvas Primer. It is also a blurring primer. It's silicone-free, but it feels like a silicone-y kind of primer. And Pure Canvas and blurring, it sounded really good to me. And in theory it should be, but it's much the same as the Smashbox one. It's just sort of slippery, and I actually really hate the way this one feels. It feels like extra filmy and powdery on the skin. Like, I hate the way it makes my fingers feel. So that's just like a textural thing. I just don't like it. As like the texture of it gives me the ick, and I think someone else might like this more than me. Yeah, it was a disappointment. Okay, let's see what else we got in here. Okay, this one I should have known better as well. This is the printing theme. This is a lip oil. I got it from a Korean beauty store, and it is honey milk lip oil. I bought this because I thought it looked exactly like the Fenty lip oils that are my all-time favorite lip oils. Like, I love them. They're to die for. Nothing will ever compare, I don't think, but I was really hoping that this would, because it's got like the exact same applicator and tube and everything. And oh, I clearly wore a bit of gloss, but it's not the same. I was hoping this would be like a cheaper alternative for me, but it's not. It's not the same. It's way stickier. Like, it's sticky to the point that I just can't wear it. It looks nice on the lips, but I can't wear it comfortably. So I did wear it a few times. Once again, tried to force myself to like it. I will give products a fair shot, but ultimately it's just too sticky is what it comes down to. Okay, this is a bit of a different one. This is a perfume. Now, this is from Scentbox. I did have a Scentbox subscription for a while. I think I only got 2 boxes. There was just certain perfumes I really wanted to try, but this one's just not for me. It's Jimmy Choo Fever, and I do love these little bottles that the Scentbox scents come in. They're like little atomizers, and then like inside is it does have stuff in it. This is one I'll probably give to my mum because she loves a good perfume, but I found sort of good perfumes for me now, and this one just isn't in my repertoire, so I'll be getting rid of that one. It kind of smells like a little bit more mature than I want. This one is the 4-3 Beauty Duet Hydrating Hyaluronic Mist, and it's from Colourpop, and I do actually really like this. I used to use this setting spray a lot when I was younger, but it doesn't seem to work as well for me now, and I think it's because I have oily skin, so it melts the makeup in really nicely, but then I've realized that it just doesn't work that well for me. I'm moving in a little closer so I hope that's still alright. But yeah, I don't mind it. But I think my little sister likes this, so I'll probably just give this to her because I haven't reached for it in a while, and I have like other setting sprays that I like. So if I want something to last a long time, I'll just use the Patrick Star's brand One Size Beauty. One Size Beauty is my go-to setting spray if I want it to last. And then if I want to just melt my makeup in, I actually use another Colourpop spray. It is the Pretty Fresh spray. I love the way it smells. It's a bit less dewy than this one, but it still melts the makeup really nicely. This one's just a little too dewy for me now. And then lastly, we have a few more makeup products. I have a Colourpop glowing lip. I went through my lip products the other day and decided what I did and didn't like. This one just isn't really a great color on me. This is what it looks like. It's like a little bit too dark and orange, I think. And I just realized that I'd probably never reach for it with all the other products I have. I have so many lip products I'm trying to use. And then the other one, which I really don't like, is the NYX Fat Oil Slick Click. This one's kind of my fault because I didn't realize that this would have little micro shimmers in it, which it does. You probably can't see it, but much like with my face, I don't like my lips to have little sparkles in it unless it's very intentional. If I want a sparkly lip, I'll put on like a really sparkly glossy lip gloss. This is like more like a kind of a balm texture. I like the texture of it, but then it dries down and I'm just left with like little shimmers all around my mouth, and I just don't like that. So that's the last thing that was in my declutter. Let's move on to the things that I am trying to use up for my project pan goals. I need to go a bit quicker because my phone is dying. I went through a phase of buying different complexion products, trying to find the perfect one. And I have got my perfect one. It is the Tarte Shape Tape Creamy. It's perfect colour, it's perfect texture, and I'm just not going to find anything like more, I don't think. So now I'm on a mission to use up the concealers that I bought when I was trying to find the perfect one. So firstly is this LOAS Triple Fix Full Coverage Brightening Concealer. Now unfortunately on me this is not brightening at all. This is slightly too dark for me, so I don't really like the way it looks on me. It's not a very good concealer shade for me. When I use this as a foundation all over my face, and then I might be able to like brighten with concealer because yeah, this is not brightening in the least. And I don't actually mind the formula itself. It's not good enough coverage for me, and I don't like the applicator, but overall it doesn't look bad on the skin. It's way too thin of an applicator to me. I don't really like that, but it's too dark. You can probably tell it looks fine, but I have to blend it down my neck really well. So trying to use that up. It's still usable, you know. Next one is this MCO Beauty 4-in-1 Color Corrector. I regret buying this because I actually don't like the brand MCO. I don't like that they just rip everybody else off blatantly. Like they don't even try. They just straight up rip people off, and I don't like the founder. She comes across very poorly in interviews to me. So I've decided I don't want to buy from MCO anymore. That's just a personal decision. Before I'd made that decision, I bought this color corrector. Now I feel better towards it because I don't like MCO, but also it's just not very good. It's quite thin and liquidy. Made a good sound. Like, it's a fine color for under my eyes, but it doesn't provide a lot of coverage. And yeah, it just like blends in too well. It just sort of dissipates. And if I want a color corrector, I want it to have good coverage and to actually, you know, correct. And then the last concealer is this Huda Beauty Glowish Bright Light Sheer Concealer. I should have known that this wouldn't be for me because it's sheer and glowy. I'm using this as a foundation all over my face. It's more like a skin tint to me, so I put it on when I'm sort of just ducking out of the house. Beautiful packaging. I do like the packaging and the applicator. The colour is slightly too dark on me, but that's generally how it goes. It's very, very difficult for me to find something pale enough for my skin. But because it's sheer, it's not too bad. So that's how I've been choosing to use it, because it's not really a good concealer for me. But you can see I'm getting through it. I'm getting through all of these things, but it's hard when I'm trying to use up multiple complexion products at the same time as well. Another complexion product I have is the Rare Beauty foundation. I don't remember exactly what it's called. I thought that I would love this because I love anything that I can sort of paint on my face, and I love this fat doe applicator. It's not a bad foundation, but unfortunately it just doesn't sit on my skin well. It seems to sink into my fine lines and make me look a little bit crepey or something, and I have oily skin, so that really surprised me. It's very, very, very lightweight. I think it's so lightweight and liquidy that that's why it sinks in, and it doesn't really go well with my other products. Like, other products don't seem to sit well with this, but I've been using this every time I go into the office at work, because I'm like, it's low stakes, I don't need to look that good in the office, so I've just been whacking this on, trying to use it up. It's hard because when I'm in a rush or I just want to, you know, use my old faithful, I reach for the products that I know that I love, but I'm trying to use up the products that I don't love as much. It's like very weird to trick my brain into using something that I don't like that much, but we're working on it. So getting through this one, it's not awful, but I won't be repurchasing it, that's for sure, and it feels like a little bit of a chore having to use this one up. I think it also doesn't have quite the coverage that I want either. Sticking with Complexion, this is the Too Faced Hangover X. Hangover X? I thought it was just Hangover. Primer. I actually do like this primer. It's a very lightweight, hydrating primer that you could honestly probably use as a lightweight moisturizer. The reason I'm trying to use it up is because I'm almost finished it, and I do have other hydrating primers that I prefer. I like the Fenty primer because it's a bit thicker and it makes the makeup sort of stick to it better. It's also hydrating, but it's kind of smoothing. It's like what those silicone primers wanted to be. I find that on my skin it actually does smooth. And then my all-time favorite primer is the Marc Jacobs Coconut Primer, which Marc Jacobs is not a makeup brand anymore. And it's literally my favorite, like one of my favorite beauty products of all time, so I still have a bottle that I use on special occasions. I bought this thinking that it might be similar, and it is similar. Maybe when I run out of my Marc Jacobs I'll end up repurchasing this, but for now I have other primers that I like more. I do like the smell of this one though. Okay, I think that's pretty much all the makeup products. Let's move on to skincare. So first of all, it's just this itty bitty tiny one. This is one that I got as like a freebie. This is one I got as like a freebie in my Sephora audit. It is the Philosophy Dose of Wisdom Dark Circle Brightening Eye Cream. I have very intense dark circles that I'm actually kind of trying to just embrace, but I'm still happy to use this up, and yeah, I've just been using this every day to try and get through it, to try and see if it actually works for me, because if it does, I'd consider buying the full version, but so far probably won't be. Okay, I actually did have to stop filming because my phone did in fact die, so I went and put a load of washing on. I worked out and made myself a coffee. So how cute is my mug, by the way? Mr. Messy, gotta love him. But let's move on with the video. So the next item I have is also skincare, and you probably can't tell that there's anything even in this bottle. There is a tiny amount, like probably 1 use or 2 uses left. This is the Esme Skin Minerals Skin Treat, and this is the 24 karat gold oil, gold nourishing oil. So I really liked this face oil. I love the brand Esme. They have one of my favorite moisturizers ever. I love it, their Skin Milk Moisturizer. But they are rather pricey, and even though I did enjoy this oil and I have actually repurchased it a couple of times, I'm going to go with a cheaper face oil. My mum actually bought me a face oil for Christmas that I really like. I've used it a few times and I really like how it feels. It works well with my skin, and it's way more affordable. This runs at about $65 a bottle, Australian dollars obviously, which isn't the worst skincare, but it's also not the best if I'm using it like fairly regularly, like daily or every other day. So much as I did enjoy this oil, I won't be repurchasing it again, at least not, you know, in the near future. I should probably mention that with Project Pan, these are all products that I'm trying to use up and won't be repurchasing the exact same product, because if I was just going to repurchase it again, I wouldn't be like trying to use it up fast. It would just be like, you know, regular for me. I don't know. So yeah, I'm trying to use up all of these things. So on the topic of moisturizers, I want to use up this one. This is the Sukin facial moisturizer. I use the brand Sukin for a lot because they are affordable, really easily accessible, and they're Australian made, cruelty free obviously. So I've been using the brand Sukin for years and it's always worked well with my skin. However, I don't think I'll be repurchasing it this time because this moisturizer is just like a little too thick for me. It's like almost like it leaves my skin feeling just a little bit sticky or tacky, and it kind of feels like a bit too heavy, or like it's almost smothering my skin. I think I'm only feeling that way because it's warmer at the moment, so I don't want anything that feels like even remotely heavy on my skin. We are of course in autumn at the moment, but it's not, you know, fully cold yet, so I don't think I'll be repurchasing this for now. Maybe in the winter I'll want something a little heavier, and like I said, I've been using Sukin a lot, so I know that it's there if I want it, but I think I'm going to look for a much lighter, milkier, than kind of textured moisturizer. I might go to CeraVe or maybe Cetaphil. I feel like they have some pretty like basic moisturizers good for sensitive skin, but would probably be lightweight, so I'm going to look into those brands. And then another Sukin item I'm trying to use up is this micellar cleansing water. So I actually really like this micellar cleansing water, but the bottle is so fat for no reason, and it doesn't sit well in my skincare section of my vanity. I have all my skincare and makeup on my vanity, and this just takes up too much room. I know that's a small gripe to have, but I feel like I've been waiting to use this up forever. I do like it, but I will be purchasing the Kanye brand micellar water because I used to use it years ago when I was a young teenager, and then I stopped because they weren't cruelty free. I found out very recently that they actually are cruelty free now. They just weren't when I started going cruelty free, and I never thought to double check if they'd gone cruelty free again, because most big brands like that aren't. But yeah, Cruelty Free Kitty confirmed that Kanye are cruelty free, and even though those bottles are quite big, they're not as like wide, so it will slot into my vanity a lot nicer than that one. That's literally the only reason I'm not going to be repurchasing that. It's fairly basic micellar water, like you know what to expect when you're getting a micellar water, but Kanye one I'm sure will be just as good. Okay, moving on to something a little different. This is the Inkyless Glycolic Acid Exfoliating Body Stick. I do like this, but I feel like I use up the product pretty fast. Like I used it a few times. It's just like a stick. It's quite moisturizing, so I'd use this instead of like a lotion. And then obviously it has the glycolic acid exfoliating ingredients in it. I don't think I use it consistently enough to notice a big difference, which is another reason I want to project pan this, so that I do actually use it consistently, and that way I can see if it really does make a difference. Who knows, maybe I would end up repurchasing this if I noticed it, but it was actually kind of pricey, and I feel like I'm using it up really fast. And then when I realized I was using it up really fast, I like stopped using it. I think I subconsciously was like, oh my god, no, I don't want to use it up too fast. Now I'm just trying to encourage myself to use it so I can see if it really works, and if it doesn't, I just won't repurchase it. So yeah, I saw this recommended everywhere online, and I have pretty intense like KP or strawberry leg, whatever you want to call it, but so far nothing I've tried has really helped get rid of it. I don't know if I'm consistent enough with what I use, so I have a couple of other products that I want to use up relating to KP/strawberry leg. First one is this Aveeno Skin Renewal Exfoliating Scrub. And I got this kind of hoping that it would be like a dupe for the First Aid Beauty Scrub that's specifically for KP. I do have that one in my shower, but I kind of wanted to use that one and then this one interchangeably, so that I wouldn't go through the First Aid Beauty one so fast because it is quite expensive. So this is another thing that I haven't noticed a huge difference with, but another thing that I need to use more consistently. I'm almost finished it, but yeah, I wasn't using it like every week, so I think consistency is key. I don't really love the texture of this. It's too runny. It sort of rubs off the legs or like slides off in the shower way too easily. I like to really get in there with a scrub and scrub it into my skin. But I feel like I put this on wet skin and it kind of just like rubs off really easily. It comes off really easily in the shower. So I'm not going to repurchase this. I don't hate it, but I don't love it either. So, and then I have this Palmer's Smooth Radiant Exfoliating Body Lotion. I was super excited to try this because I adore the regular Palmer's body lotion. I love the smell. I love how quickly it absorbs. It is like my perfect lotion, so it's definitely going to be my forever go-to now because it's affordable as well. The reason I bought this one is because it is exfoliating. It has, what does it have in it? It has AHAs in it for exfoliation. So I kind of got this to go along with my scrubs to try and combat some of my KP and to just, make me smooth all over. But unfortunately, I really don't like the scent of this one. I thought it was just going to be the normal cocoa butter scent, but it's actually right here in the corner. It says fresh citrus fragrance, so it's kind of like orange and chocolate mix, which ironically I really love orange chocolate, but I do not love the smell of this. So that's pretty much the only thing that is going to be stopping me from repurchasing. I'm just going to stick with the regular Palmer's body lotion. Okay, next I have another Palmer's product, and this is their cocoa butter body oil. Now I have come to the conclusion that I'm just not really a body oil girl. I don't really love how slippery this makes me feel and how it makes me feel like it doesn't absorb into the skin super well. I'm going to be using it up. I'm going to try and use it up along with the lotion like at the same time. But yeah, I don't think I'm a body oil girl, so I'm trying to use this one up. I also don't think it smells nearly as good as the regular lotion, so yeah, I don't really have anything super against it. The packaging's really annoying because it's not like a pump, so you just have to pour it out. I always pour out way too much. So yeah, I won't be repurchasing this one, but I'm happy to use it up. Next up is a shower product. This is a hand and body wash by Amore. This is in their marshmallow scent, which is one of my all-time favorite fragrances. But I've come to realize that I love that scent in body lotion and in hand creams, but I don't necessarily want it as a body wash. Like, I really like this, but I won't be repurchasing it, if that makes sense. Like, I like to have it as my little hand cream. It's like a little treat. Like, I really love the scent, but I don't think the body wash smells quite as good as the body lotion and the hand cream. It's definitely yummy. It's definitely there, but yeah, there's other body washes that I like more, and I'll stick with loving the hand cream and the body lotion for this one. So I'm almost used it up, hence why I put it in my project pan. But okay, next up is a little hand cream that I've had forever. I don't love the scent of this, and that's why it's taken me so long to use up. This is from Kaisercraft. I don't know if you guys have that anywhere else, or if it's just sort of in Australia. Kaiser sounds like maybe German, so maybe it came from Europe somewhere, but anyway, this is from Kaisercraft. It's the Kaisercraft brand, and it's in the scent of brown sugar and bergamot. I think I've come to realize that I don't really like bergamot as a scent, so because I have other favorite hand creams, I tend to go for them, but I need to use this little guy up. I'm getting there. I'm definitely getting there. Yeah, that's just a random one, but my last product is even more random than that. Oh god. And that is this High Smile toothpaste. So a year or so ago, I got into collecting these High Smile toothpastes, and I probably have 5 or 6 of them. I decided to stop collecting because I wasn't using them all up, but I was loving getting all the flavors. But I've stopped now because I realize I don't need more toothpaste, so I am going to target one thing at a time and try to use them up. I like using them in the morning, like right when I wake up, because sometimes straight away in the morning I'm gonna have a coffee or have something to eat. I'm not really a big breakfast person, but regardless, I don't necessarily want my mouth to be super minty if I know I'm going to eat or drink really soon after. So this is the peach iced tea flavor. Peach iced tea is one of my greatest loves in life. I love it. I literally drink peach iced tea every night with dinner, specifically the no sugar kind. It is my favorite drink. Nothing beats it. This toothpaste doesn't taste quite as good as you would expect. They all sort of have a slight mintiness to them, so it's kind of weird. It's kind of like, I don't know, I feel like they should have just committed to the flavor. But oh man, I just made this cap so dirty. Oh shit. Okay, I'm gonna have to deal with that. Anyway, I'm trying to use this up. This is a very random one. I have several other flavors. I like them, but like, do I need like 6 toothpastes? Absolutely not. So I should never have started collecting them. Like I said, I'm in my mindful era this year. Yay. I think I mentioned I've been watching so much Shauna Rabari. She inspired this video, and she just continues to inspire me with mindful spending. And yeah, in a world where we're constantly being influenced to buy stuff, she's a breath of fresh air. But anyway, guys, that brings me to the end of the video, so I hope that you've enjoyed it. Let me know what products you have been decluttering lately, or any products that you are trying to use up. I'd love to hear it. I'm so nosy. So hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks again for being here, and I'll see you next time.